Okay, thank you very much. Today we're going to start a new topic on audience segmentation. Once you're on a digital platform, like I said, you cannot speak to everybody, even if you want to. There are people that will never connect to what you are saying. Maybe it can be your accent, the way you talk, it can be the color of your skin, it can be your age. There are some people that feel that you're not old enough to talk to them. So what it means is that they are not your audience. There are people that feel you are not educated enough to talk to them. So what it means is that they are not your audience. There are people that feel that you're not intelligent enough. You get it now. For instance, somebody that went to Harvard University and you went to Clark University. I'm not insulting any university. Do you get it? You went to Clark University. So the person that went to Harvard might feel that he's more intelligent than you. Who are you to be teaching me digital marketing? Am I communicating? Do you get it now? So what it means is that that person is not your audience. Do you understand? Yeah. So that is why audience is very important. So that's why I wrote here, you cannot speak to everybody at once. Understand who your audience is and what drives them turns content into connection. So in this topic, we are going to look at what is audience. We're going to understand audience psychology. We're going to understand audience segmentation. We're going to look at audience persona and audience journey mapping. So let's dive in. So, what is an audience? What is an audience? Definitely. For there to be an audience, it means there is somebody that is speaking, and that is you. And that is you. So once you post on Facebook, you post on TikTok, you post on Instagram, you post on LinkedIn or any digital platform like S, or you post on a website, there are people that are listening to you. Am I communicating? So even in news, there are different news segments. For instance, there is business news, there is political news, there is sports news, there is technology news, there is entertainment news, there is metropolitan news. You know what is happening in the city. You know, this man slapped the wife. You know those kind of news. There is gossip news. Do you get it now? There's a lot of news, and there are people that what they like is gossip. Do you get it now? There is also celebrity news. There is entertainment news. So these are different news sections. And each of these news section caters for a particular set of audience. Am I communicating? How many of us read newspaper here? You don't. You do. Yeah, I also read. You know, this new generation, they don't need read newspaper. But you read news on websites. Huh? Which news interests you? Sports news. Sports news interests you. Is there any other person here that has an interest other than sports news? Huh? Political news. You prefer political news more than sports? Yeah. Apart from sports, political, any other? Your own is what? Huh? Metro news. What is happening? Yeah, you like metro news. Me, I also like metro news too. So do you get it now? So what it means is that if I want to start, let's say I want to set up a website for news, I need to find out the news segment I want to focus on. So if you want to, what is your name? Emma. Emma. So if I want to target people like Emma, it means I have to focus on political news. So if I'm start writing on political news, I already know he's not my audience. Am I communicating? The person that is interested in sports news is not my audience. So once you are posting online, you need to know that you are not speaking to everybody. Even in political news, there are also segments. There are people that want to know what is happening in State House, in Parliament. They're not interested in one LC, one chairman in Soroti. They're not interested in it. Am I communicating? There are people that like gossip. Oh, this person slept with this person. This one got pregnant. They like those kind of news. Do you understand? So in digital marketing, your audience is the group of people your brand wants to reach. So in case you're writing, your audience is the group of people your brand wants to reach, influence, engage, and convert. The group of people your brand wants to reach, influence, engage, and convert. So what it means is that they are not everybody online. Like we say that we're a news platform, but which kind of news do we post? So it means that your audience are specific people. Your audience are specific people. Everybody cannot be your audience. And it is important for you to know who your audience is. So that is why this topic is very important. So digital marketing is not about shouting, it is about precision. If you don't know your audience, your content becomes noise. Once you don't know your audience, you are making noise. It means you're not talking to anybody. You know, noise is something that doesn't make sense. Am I communicating? So when we talk about audience, your audience must have a specific need. For example, Emma is looking for political news. What is your name, sweetheart? Nani? Liani? Which name is that? Liandi? Yeah. Diane? Yandi? Which name is that one? I've never heard it before. Yandi. Yani. Yagi. Yangi. Like Langi. Are you from Langi? Yangi. You're from the north. I'm also from the north, so I'm from Gulu district. So when we talk about audience, so Yangi is interested in metro news. Emma is interested in political news. Do you get it now? So what it means is that your audience have specific needs. And you need to know that your audience, their need is distinct. Their needs are distinct. And number two is that they have specific behavior. Another thing you need to know about your audience, they have specific behavior. Which kind of platform do they go to? People that read news. Which kind of platform do they go to? Yes? Huh? Yeah, Daily Monitor. Yeah, some go to Daily Monitor. There are many platforms. Do you get it? There are also people that are interested in global political news. There are people that are interested in conspiracy theories. They like it. Rapture. Yeah. I have a friend in the office. She's interested in rapture. Anything rapture, she likes it. Don't ever say anything like that around her. 3 hours, she will still be talking. You are the one to be begging her. You just find an excuse. Sorry, I just remember my child is sick now. I need to go to the hospital. That's how you can run away from her. So specific behavior, they have specific motivation. Their motivation is specific and specific digital habits. Specific needs, specific behavior, specific motivation, and specific digital habits. Those online, are you following?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
we are.
Thank you.
Yes, we are following, sir.
Thank you.
We are on,
So you
sir.
can see not
We are on, sir.
audience. Thank you. Not everybody can be your audience. No matter what you are selling, no matter what you're selling, not everyone can be your audience. So we're going to look at why audience matters. Why audience matters is that your audience is a specific group of people. You cannot succeed by trying to speak to everybody. Do you get it now? Any business you want to do, there is this business, let's say you want to sell something, and you now start saying, oh, will people pay? What it means is that your target is not poor people. Target people that have the resources to pay. Do you understand? Do you get it now? There are restaurants that with 2,000 you can eat food. True or false? Even 1,000, right? You can eat something. And there are restaurants with 20,000. You can't eat anything with 20,000. They have a target audience. It's not for everybody. If your budget is 2,000, there's some restaurants you don't even go at all. Even if you fall from heaven and land inside that restaurant, run out. Run out of the restaurant. Why? Because the prices of their meal is beyond your budget. Beyond your budget. The first time I bought juice from Cafe Javas. Is it 40,000? I said, this same juice I buy 3,000 is 40. But people are buying it. People are buying it. So they know their target audience. For somebody that have never eaten any food beyond 5,000, they're not the one Cafe Javas is looking for. Am I communicating? So in case you want to do business, you start saying, oh, will people buy? No, that's not the question. The question is, how can I find those that can buy it? That is what you don't need to start saying, oh, where people are going to buy. The only thing you've not located them. So that is why audience matters. So there are examples. For instance, you can see Safe Border. Safe Borders target urban youths. Those that came from the rural area. Is there Safe Border in your village? Huh? It's not there. Do you get it now? The people in the village, they're not the ones Safe Border is targeting. They're targeting urban youths, people that use smartphone, they're upwardly mobile, they know how to do digital transactions. So downloading an app, creating an account, paying for a ride is not a problem for them. They're looking for educated, young people. So you can see urban youth, student, young professionals. So these are people that Safe Border is looking for. They have the money for transportation. They might not have the money for a car, or they're always in a hurry to go somewhere because of the traffic in cities. Because Safe Borders target cities with high population and where there's a lot of traffic. So booking a ride is always your best option. Am I communicating?
Yes,
You get it now? Then what
Yes,
of
sir.
NSSF? NSSF targets working professionals, employers, retiree. There are some businesses that NSSF will never come. They will never go to those kind of businesses. Why? They are not the target audience of NSSF. There's also Rocket Health, busy professionals, remote workers, parents, even some hospitals like IHK is here. If you want to, normal delivery in IHK is how much? Do you know the price? You don't know the price. Don't worry, when you get pregnant, you will know. Or if you get somebody pregnant, you will know. Do you get it now? Normal delivery is above 2 million. You're laughing now. You know, there's some price you hear, you just start laughing first. Before you say no, you laugh first. Yes, I think it's 2.6 million. Normal delivery. CS, it will hit around 5 million or 6 million. If there are other complications, by the time you are leaving there, maybe you paid like 10 million. Yes. And people are paying it. Do you get it now? So what it means is that their target audience is not you, is also not me too, because I also not pay. Am I communicating? So there are also some global brands like Netflix. Netflix is looking for entertainment seekers, binge watchers. Nike focuses on athletes, fitness enthusiasts, dreamers, people that want to become footballers, dreamers. How many of us still have dream of becoming a footballer here? The dream is still alive. It has not died. But when you're smaller, the dream was there to become a footballer. What killed the dream? Huh? Education.
Hmm.
Of being a doctor. Is the dream still there? It has died. The dreams transition. Yeah. There's also Airbnb. They have their target or their travelers. It is possible that if you've never traveled, you might never use an Airbnb. Do you get it now? Travelers seeking unique experiences. You want to live among the the community. You book Airbnb because most times when you come to a place, you stay in a hotel. You're always isolated from the community. But Airbnb, the way they design Airbnb is that if you stay in an Airbnb, you just live like a normal person within the community. So you can see all these businesses have their target audience, even in banking. In banking, there is a mobile banking. That is when you have your app on your smartphone. There is personal banking. You can walk up into any bank like Equity Bank, Stanbic Bank, Absa Bank, open a personal bank account. That is mobile banking. There is SME banking. Those banks have facilities for small businesses. There is corporate banking. This is for organizations. There is corporate banking. There is which other banking services? I'm trying to remember because there was a time I did a study on banking. There is also banking services for people that are into international trade. For which services do they offer? No, that's the name of the bank. Tropical Bank is just the name of the bank, like Equity Bank. Yes. So bank have different services for different kind of customers. Do you get it now? Am I communicating? Yeah. So that is how it is. There is also, even in the educational sector, there are schools that I heard there are schools that their tuition is like $3,000 per term, right? $3,000 per term. And there are also schools that pay 100,000 shillings per term. I think 100,000 is too much. I know that pay below. They have their target audience. Please mute your microphone. Am I communicating? So if you set up a school and Maybe your tuition is how much do you want to charge? 1 million, or is 1 million too much? 700,000. You know the kind of people you are targeting. If you also want to charge 2 million, 3 million, 4 million per term, you also know those who you are targeting. Do you get it now? You know, once you start charging 3 million, that's when the school needs to have a swimming pool. They need to have like a football, big football pitch. Do you get it? You have to put some facilities. So when people are paying $3,000, they know what they are paying for. You need to run British and American curriculum. If possible, there are even some schools that when you go there, your children will have British accent. At least you know that's what we get by paying $3,000. So let's continue. Why understanding audience matters? Why does it matter? One is relevance. One is relevance. When you understand audience, you know that people respond to content that speak directly to their need. Content that speak directly to their need. Relevance. You need to understand relevance. Number 2 is engagement. Engagement. So once you understand your audience psychology, you already know the kind of content they are going to like, the kind of content they are going to share, the kind of content they are going to comment and save. For instance, there is World Cup now. So if you go to YouTube, you want to watch highlight. Super Sports post the highlight there on their YouTube channel. Why? People want to watch highlights. And if you want to watch highlights, you can't be watching highlight of 30 minutes. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, depending on what happened in the during the match. So understanding psychology, audience psychology. Number 3 is cost efficiency. Cost efficiency means you need to you stop wasting money on the wrong people. You stop wasting money on the wrong people. So cost efficiency, you stop wasting money on the wrong people. Like I said, it's not everybody that's interested in what you're selling. So stop trying to convince them. Actually, when they are friends or close associates, if somebody is not interested, go and look for others that are interested. The number 4 is loyalty. Loyalty. So people trust brands that understand them. Brands that understand their needs, they understand their feelings, they trust them, so they are loyal to those brands. Then number 5 is conversion. Conversion. So once the right message hits the right person, you make a sale. The right message meets the right person. That is how to sell. The right product meets the right person, you sell. No matter what you are selling, your product, your service, your message, once it hits the right person, you close it immediately. So that's why in marketing or in digital marketing, you need to be precise. You need to be precise in what you are doing. Anything you are doing, you need to be precise. Am I communicating? So for instance here, Rocket Health target busy professionals. So the messaging focuses on convenience, speed, and reliability. It's not even about price, because there are some audience you are targeting. Money is not their problem. The issue is, can you deliver what you are promising? Can you deliver? There are people that cannot buy a t-shirt of 30,000 shillings. As far as they're concerned, it's low quality. They cannot buy it. They cannot buy a sneakers of 180,000. As far as they're concerned, it is low quality. Because they will tell you the original sneakers is around 300,000. There are people that cannot buy a shoe of 200,000. As far as they're concerned, it is the fake, it's not the original. There are people that cannot buy a suit of 500,000. You know, in town, the average price for suit 400 to 500,000. There are people that cannot buy suits. They want to buy the designers one, maybe Marks and Spencer, Gucci. They want to buy the original suit. And you know the price is very high. Yeah, you know people buy a suit of $1,000. You know there is a suit of $1,000. You know that. How will you feel when you're wearing a suit of $1,000? Hmm? Are you going to feel happy? Or feel like they just wasted this money on suits? What is so special about suits? There are people that cannot buy a wristwatch. You know, there are some wristwatch they sell in town. You see some wristwatch 70,000, 100,000. Some people cannot buy it. As far as that is low quality, they can't buy it. And there are also some people, once a wristwatch is above 40,000 or 50,000, they can't buy it. They will feel robbed. Am I communicating? So all these are different audience. These are different audience. So we're going to look at key psychological drivers. What makes your audience behave the way they behave? Key psychological drivers. So when we talk about audience psychology, we are trying to explain how people think, how people feel, and how they behave online. How they think, how they feel, and how they behave online. Am I communicating? How they think, how they feel, and how they behave online. Key psychological drivers. So one is pain point. Pain point is the inconvenience that people have. Pain point. For instance, you have an internet service provider. The pain point is that there is always, the network is always very slow. The speed of the internet is not as fast as you want it to be. So that is a pain point. So that is why, you know, all the internet service providers, you know, all of them are saying fast internet. Even the one that are slow said fast internet. Because everybody that is trying to get an internet service, whether it is MTN, Airtel, Zuku, Savannah, which other one? Liquid Telecom, everybody is looking for fast internet. So for somebody to switch from one network to another, they're looking for fast internet within their price range. So slow service can be a pain point. You went to a supermarket and they are slow. Or maybe the price is very high. Price can also be a pain point. Yes, high price can be an inconvenience. High price can be an inconvenience. Sometimes it can be lack of information or poor support. So there are many. It can also be maybe quality service. Do you get it? Poor service can also be an inconvenience. Poor service can also be an inconvenience. So that is pain point. So when you are targeting your audience, you need to know their pain points because you are coming to their life to solve a problem. What are the problems they are facing? What is their pain point? What is causing them pain that your business is trying to solve? Am I communicating? For instance, people that do delivery, the pain point is that people don't want to leave from where they are to buy. Because after thinking, let's say you want to go to a restaurant, sometimes you don't want to move from where you are. Is it possible they can bring this food to me? That is a pain point. So that is why they will tell you you can order online. We do delivery. They are trying to solve a pain point. The number two is desire. If you start studying human desires, you will get tired. People have weird desires. Weird desires. So there is some people desire convenience. Like when you, let's say you're into hospitality business, the hotels, there are hotels that a room per night is around 500,000 shillings, 600,000 shillings, a room per night. So there are families that are traveling, they want to sleep in one room. So they have like a double bed inside one room. You get it now? So everything is some, even there are some rooms that is in the double bed, they also have like a parlor inside the same suite. There's some hotels that have presidential suites. Yes, the whole space is for you. Presidential suites, but you pay. Yeah. So convenience, there is also status. Status. So that's why when you go to airport, there is VIP section. VIP section. Why? Because the important people, they don't want to mix with average people. They want to stay on their own and have their discussion. They don't want you to be there, be looking at them like a cat. They want to stay on their own differently. Status. So people have desires. So people that are into car businesses, they have some car they produce, they call it limited edition. It's for a specific kind of audience. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Range Rover, Bentley. It's for a certain kind class of people. It's not for everybody. You can't buy a Bentley if you're struggling. Even the old model, you can't buy it. Land Rover, unless, yeah, even the latest ones are very expensive. Unless you want to buy those, they're the one that people drive here. Huh? Sorry, it's Defender. Is that a car? Land Rover. I don't know much about Land Rover. I only know there is a brand called Land Rover. Yes. There is entertainment. People desire entertainment. There are people that like going for shows. People want to go to a club. People want to go to a bar. People desire entertainment where there is good music. People also desire opportunities. You get it now? Why you came for this training? Because you desired it. You saw you got the information and it spoke to your desire. Then also there is motivation. There is fear of missing out. We call it FOMO. Fear of missing out. So sometimes one of the ways that some brands use psychology, they'll tell you 3 days left for this promo to end. People will start running. 3 days left. The fear of missing out, FOMO. The need for belonging. Do you get it now? Like the pressure that iPhone users, people that want to use iPhone. I'm not talking to anybody. The need for belonging. Is it true that people that use iPhone, they feel like they've achieved something in life? Some. It makes them feel proud of themselves. Yes. That is a marketing strategy by Apple. They want it if you use iPhone, you feel a sense of pride. Yes, that's what they want. The need for achievement. So that is motivation. There is also fear. Fear of being scammed. So you tell them that you're genuine. People have fears. People have fear of wasting money. People have fear of making the wrong decision. So remember when we did talked about the customer journey, the consideration stage. It addresses the fears of your audience. Then the next one is values. The values, people are looking for quality. They are looking for excellent service, affordability, community, sustainability. Values. If I tell you that I'm going to China, and if you can bring your money, that I'm going to help you to buy things. Are you not going to verify if I'm going to China? Will you carry your money, let's say 5 million shillings that you've saved? Will you carry it and give to me like that? Hmm? So quality, affordability, community, sustainability. So there are a lot of values that people hold on to. I was reading yesterday, talked about David Beckham, that what made him to convince Lionel Messi to come to Inter Miami is that first of all, he got schools. He got schools for Messi's children. And he made sure that Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba also signed with Inter Miami so he can stay around his people. So once he got schools for the children, told them, don't worry, your friends are also signing for the club. Messi now decided he's coming. Why? Because he values community. He wants to stay around his people. I have known people that relocated to the West because their family is not there. They came back. They don't have anybody to talk to. So most people, once they travel abroad, just give them 1 year or 2 years, they will bring their family members there. They want to stay around their family. And there are also those that travel, they stay far away from their family. They don't want to hear anything. They tell you, the village people, I don't want to, and I don't want anything. They stay far away from their family. Am I communicating? Do you have any question? Any question? So let's continue. So we're going to look at audience segmentation. When you are segmenting your audience, there are different categories of segmenting your audience. There are different categories of segmenting your audience. The purpose of segmenting your audience is that let's say that okay, when we give an instance of news, you want to start a news blog, but you have to segment your audience according to the news they're interested in. Do you get it? There is local news, there is sports news, there is world news. There is sports news. Even in sports news, there are also categories. There is football news. There is basketball. There is hockey. There is volleyball. There are many sports. If you zoom into football, there is European football. There is African football. There is Asian football. There is American, South American football. Am I communicating? Even in European football, there is Premier League. There is La Liga. There is German League, Bundesliga. There is Italian League. Am I communicating? So you have to focus on the angle you want to segment your audience. So that is why segmentation is very important. So once we talk about segmentation, there are different types of segmentation. There is demographic, there is geographic, there is psychographic, behavioral, technographic, and generational. So when you talk about demographic, it talks about age. You can segment based on age. You can segment your audience based on age. So let's assume that you are selling shoes. Which age category do you want to be selling shoes to? Is it for one? There are shoes for children that are 0 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months. There is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Is that the age bracket you want to focus on? Or you want to sell shoes for adults, or male adults, or female adults? Or you want to sell unisex? You sell both male and female. Am I communicating? Even when you go to town to buy clothes, there are those that sell male clothes. There are those that sell female clothes. There are those that sell corporate wears, office wears. That's what they are selling. They know their audience. Do you understand? Corporate wears. There are people that sell wedding dresses. That is what they sell. If you want to get married, or you're part of groomsmen, bridal train, there are shops in town that cater for you. There are shops that sell children's clothes. There are shops that sell teenagers' clothes. That is what they focus on. There are also those that focus on fat people. Those people, their size is not in the market. But there's one shop you go to town, you see your size. Am I communicating? So there is age, gender. Is it for male? Is it for female? Income. Income bracket. Education. Are you targeting educated people? Like I said, like for instance, this digital marketing training, the target is for those that have computer skills. That is the target. Why? Because I know if you don't have computer skills, you struggle. You will struggle with the assignment if you don't have computer skills. Sometimes we also add cultural background to demographic. You also need to understand the cultural dynamics of people you are working with. So what it means is that the way you speak to somebody from the West might not be the way you speak to somebody from the Central. You must know how people behave. Then geographic. You can segment people by geography. People that grew up in the rural area and people that grew up in the urban area, they don't behave the same way. People that grew up in wealth and people that grew up in poverty, they don't behave the same way. People that came from a middle-class family, they don't think the same way with people that came from an upper-class family. Location. You know, why this thing is very important is that you understand human dynamics, especially when you're dealing with people. You know why people behave the way they behave. Even the schools that you attended shapes your behavior. True or false? Yeah, it shapes your behavior. There are some schools you go to, you come out of there as a very confident person. You can express yourself. There are schools you go to, you can't express yourself. You come out of that school as a coward. Because even if you want to express yourself, the teachers will shut you up and tell you to keep quiet. There are schools that will allow you to express yourself. Even if you're talking rubbish, just say what is on your mind. So location is very important. Then there is psychographic. Psychographic talks about interest. What are people interested in? Some people are interested in movies. Like I remember the first time I went to Western Uganda. So the bus I entered, Tausi. So I was watching a foreign movie, but it was in Runyankole. I've never seen that kind of thing in my life. They say people like it like that. In Runyankole. Yeah? Northern Uganda. Yes. I've also there's action movies in Luganda too. They say people like it. So interest. So the person that is translating, so I remember I was asking my friend, so what the guy is saying, is it what is happening? He said most times it's not what is happening, but the way he says it, it is in a funny way. But we enjoy it like so we enjoy it like we know what he's saying is not what is happening, but we enjoy the nonsense he's talking. So interest, values. What do people value? Like I said, some people value integrity. Like you're in a relationship, you know what your partner values. Yeah. Some people value family, some people value professionalism. Once you're dealing with them, keep everything professional. Some people value excellence. Remember when we did branding, we talked about brand voice. Brand voice is related to interest. Then lifestyle. Lifestyle. Airbnb caters people's lifestyle. People that travel a lot. There are those that party a lot. There are those that travel a lot. Lifestyle. So you need to understand the lifestyle of your audience. Am I communicating? Lifestyle. Then next one is behavior. Actions, habits, purchases. Behavior. How do they behave? You have to know that. Behavior. There are people that like buying things with cash. Do you know why they still sell newspapers? Some people still want the newspapers. Yeah. The older generation, they still prefer to read newspapers. So that's why newspapers are still in circulation. Because the older generation, they still want to read newspaper. I don't know, maybe some years later, it's possible newspaper might go out do you get it? But we still have people that prefers to read newspaper. That is habits. Huh? Yeah, me, I don't like reading Bible on phone. I prefer reading it, the hard one. Like some people prefer to use charcoal than to use gas. Some people, huh? Yeah. So even when they're building their house, they build a space for charcoal and firewood. Then there are those that they prefer gas. No matter what they're cooking, it must be gas. That is habits. Purchases, there are people that prefer to pay cash. Then there are those that prefer mobile money, online transaction. So you must know habits. So if you want to sell things, just know that there are some of your customers that want you to do delivery for them. They will never come to your shop. There are customers you have, they will never come to your shop. And they will be one of your most loyal customers. It's possible you've not even seen them face to face. So you must design your business in such a way that you should be able to cater for them. Then there is technographic audience. These are the ones that are technology savvy. Audience that are technology savvy. People that if you tell them to use Google Doc, no problem, they will use it. Then I also know, do you get it now? Yes. That most of us are not technologically savvy. But don't worry. You are here in a digital marketing class. We will change you. You will be technologically savvy. Amen. Yeah. Some people are not, anything technology, for it makes them uncomfortable. I know people that are afraid to use a computer. They're afraid. They say, I don't trust computers. There are people that can't do a meeting online. Me, I prefer face-to-face conversation. All these online thing, doing Zoom meeting, share your screen. Share screen. No. Please. Let's cancel this thing. Let's do it face-to-face. So there are audience that are not technographic. Then the last one is generational. Gen Z, millennials, Gen X. Now there is Gen Alpha. So they behave different way. So there are different generations. Each generation behave differently. Is that very clear? Huh? So let's continue. So let's look at audience need and digital behavior. Audience needs and digital behavior. Audience needs and digital behavior. The audience needs are not limited to this. Your audience can need many things. The audience can need information. They can need entertainment. They can need convenience. They can need community. They can need solution. They can need status. For people that do religious, provide religious services, all your audience need God. Yes. Your audience need healing. There's some people that they need to chase devil out of their life. That is what they need. The devil is stressing them. So they need to chase devil out of their life. Then we also look at digital behaviors. Digital behavior talks about when are they online. This is digital marketing. When are they online? The time they are always online. So you must know the time your audience are online. So when you post, you get more engagement when they are online. What are they searching for? What are they searching for? What content do they engage with? What content do they engage with? What platforms they prefer? Do they prefer TikTok? Do they prefer Instagram? Do they prefer websites? Do they prefer to use apps? I also know how they make decisions. Do they take time to make decisions? There are audience that they need to ask you a lot of questions to make sure they're taking the right decision. So you must know the needs of your audience and their behaviors. Their needs and their behaviors. How do they behave? You must know that. You know, trying to know your audience is continuous. You cannot know your audience at all. Even you yourself, you've been changing. The person you were last 5 years, is it the person you are now? Huh? Yes, you've changed. Some of your tastes have changed. Even your habits has changed. Your interest too has also changed. Do you get it now? Yeah. So your audience will also keep changing. So understanding your audience is continuous. It is not static. It's not that you draft something, because I'm going to give you assignment tomorrow. Assignment number 2 is audience. So it's not that you identify your audience. You say, I now understand. You don't know. You keep monitoring them and keep refining. You keep refining. Yes. You know, that's what causes problem in human relationship. The friend you knew last 5 years is not the friend you have now. They've changed. Even you've changed. It also causes problem in marriage. The person you married is not the person you have now. You married a young girl. What you have now is a woman with 3 children. So it's not the same person. Do you get it now? You have a woman with 3 children. It's not that young girl you married that time. She has changed. So you have to know the way you handle her should be different. There are some things you say before she'll be scared. Now she's not scared. She has pushed 3 babies. She's not scared. She's not scared again. Am I communicating? Like I said, digital marketing is a life skill. What you're learning here, you can apply it in many areas of your life. It's a life skill. So you can look at an example of needs and behaviors. I think this is where we are going to end today. Needs and behavior. For instance, when you talk about youth in Kampala, many of them are on TikTok, they're on Instagram, and they're on WhatsApp. If you're targeting youth in Kampala, TikTok is a must. If it is young people you're targeting, TikTok is a must. Instagram, you get them on WhatsApp. Then if you're targeting corporate professional, people that are working, you'll find them on LinkedIn. You find them on X. They are more on LinkedIn and X. Working professionals. What of parents? Parents mostly are on Facebook, but this parent, they didn't, I didn't break it down into the age group. For older parents, are more on Facebook. But the younger parent, you know, there are parents that are 20 years, 21 years. Those ones are also, the young parents are on TikTok. Then the older parents are on Facebook and WhatsApp. And it's possible that the same person can be across these 3 categories. The same person can be across these three categories. So you must know where your audience live. You must know their needs. You must know their behaviors. So this is where we are going to end today. Tomorrow we also continue. We finish the class on audience. So by next week, we are going to start social media marketing next week. Yes. Next week, we're going to start social media marketing. So do you have any question?
Yes.
Yes, you can ask your question.
Sorry. Behind. My question is about the assignment that we had on the part of logos. That part, are we required to describe the logo in words, or we insert it like an image?
What did the question say? Yes, what did the question say?
The question is like I do not remember very well, but it was like asking about the logo.
So you didn't remember the question. Which assignment are you doing if you don't have the assignment? I think the assignment was shared in the group. So please, class coordinator, reshare the assignment. Ask me question based on the assignment. You don't need to assume. The questions were very clear. The questions were very clear. So you can reshare the questions in the group. Do you have any other question?
You said formatting.
I can't hear you very well. Your voice is not clear.
I say formatting.
Any other question? Joel, your voice is not clear. Any other question?
Thanks so
Before
much.
we close?
Thanks so much, Mr. Obinna. For me, I don't have a question. I was kind of request if you can share with me again your screen about audience, why understanding audience matters. I was taking some notes, but unfortunately, network disturbed me, so I missed those points. Thank you.
What understanding audience matters. Okay, I think this should be it. Why understanding audience matters. We gave 5 points, not limited to these 5 points. There is a relevance that when you understand your audience, you create content that is relevant to them because people respond that speak to them directly. Then the second one is engagement. Once you understand your audience, it means that you create content they will like. So they will like, they will share, they will save, they will comment, they will repost, they will follow you. So understanding your audience, it drives engagement. Engagement, yes. The number 3 is cost efficiency. You don't need to start wasting money. Talking to people, there are some brands that spend money talking to people that are not their audience. Like I said, even if you're selling eternal life, some people are not interested. Some people are not interested. Remember what the tobacco company, Ministry of Health forces tobacco companies all around the world to be writing something. I think, is it tobacco smokers are liable to do what? To die young, right? Does it stop people from smoking? You saw something that is going to kill you, but people are still smoking. So there are people that are not afraid of death. So that is cost efficiency. So you stop wasting money on the wrong people. Then number 4 is loyalty. Once your audience know that you understand them, they become loyal to you. It means that you are giving them what they want. Loyalty. If you want to have brand loyalty, it means that you must create content that speaks to your audience, which in turn will make them to trust you. Then number 5 is conversion. I say once you send the right message to the right person, you convert. Do you get it now? So what it means that your audience, they are specific. It's not everybody. Your audience are specific. So I hope I answered your question on
Yeah.
why understanding audience matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Is there any other question? Okay. So in the absence of, yes, somebody raised the hand. Please, can you speak?
Yes, thanks for the work you've done with us.
We can hear you,
Good afternoon.
please.
Maybe my network.
We can hear you. Go to where there is better network reception. Yes, another person raised the hand. Cash official. Yes, and unmute and speak.
Thank you, sir. My question was that after the assignment and you have submitted, or maybe you have given feedback, some of us, since it is the first time, you're having different difficulties with submission of assignment. So I was requesting that could we get like a summary of those after all have submitted? Could we get a summary of those who submitted, and then so that we can go with the follow-up and do better next time?
Have you submitted your assignment?
Yes, I submitted, but I had a lot of challenges in first place.
Which challenge?
So my phone couldn't support Google Documents, so I had to use it via website, whereby things were kind of different. But at the last end, I tried to submit, but I'm not sure if it reached you or not.
Did you share using Google Doc?
Yes.
With my email address?
Yes.
Then you don't need to bother yourself. Unless you copied another email address. If you use my email address, you will get it. See, digital things are very easy and straightforward.
Okay, thank
you. Yeah. So work on your assignments. I don't need to be for you to be stressing yourself whether the assignment got to me or not. As far as you shared it using Google Doc, it will get to me. You don't need to bother yourself.
Another thing is that, do we have a deadline, or is there another chance to recorrect, since you said that it may be different when we transfer it to the PC? So is there another chance to re-edit and we submit again?
That is the purpose of using Google Doc. You can always go back and edit your assignments. That is the purpose of Google Doc. I'm trying to make life easier for everybody, but some of you want to make life hard for yourself. If you send assignment to me in Microsoft Word, you can edit it again. But what the reason I say Google Doc, you can always go back and edit your assignments. You can go back now and correct your assignments. So it's not that you've submitted or you can go back, even the assignment you submitted today, you can go back next 3 weeks and edit it. Is that very clear?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Any other person? Someone raised up the hand. Peron.
Oh, thank you, sir. I wanted to ask, how will we know that we passed the assignment or we met the requirements that you wanted us to do? Because we submitted the work, but we haven't received any feedback yet. So I don't know whether you'll be sending us feedback or we shall be seeing it at the end of the course, knowing we passed or we failed the assignment. That's what I wanted to
The
know.
reason for coming to this is to learn digital marketing. My focus is for you to learn. Please, I don't want us to be thinking about marks here. The mark is just a form of assessment. Focus on
Okay, sir.
learning. Leave marks. Marks should not be stressing you. I want you to learn. You learn. Don't stop worrying about marks. As far as you do all the assignments, you are going to pass. If you didn't write well, I will make a comment and ask you, please adjust it. So you don't need to bother yourself. Your job is to learn. That is the main reason. Like I said, people go to school and get certificate, but they didn't learn anything. But the main reason for going to school is to learn. So please, let us not misplace our priorities. The reason why you're in this class is to learn, not to get marks. Yes, any other person? Brian? Okay, thank you very much. And okay. I thought I shared it in the group.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, you can go on.
Like when you're sending the work, as in the link, when you're sharing it, they always ask you, okay, they always put three options, editor, comment, and another viewer. Like, what am I supposed to select?
Editor.
Editor. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Editor is for me to be able to comment on your assignment.
But sir, I put comment something.
Just put editor. Put editor.
Okay.
All right. Okay, thank you everyone, and see you tomorrow by 11 a.m.